This type of decision making will ruin your team, your organization, and the progress you need as a leader. Don't do it. Instead, do this. Ahoy legend! Today I'm here to talk to you about another unpopular leadership topic. Why? Because we think there's a lot of nonsense in the market around leadership, and after working with hundreds of companies and thousands of leaders, literally over the last 15 years now, I've seen a lot. And one of the things I know for sure is that there's a lot of bad advice in leadership written by people from certain institutions who are trying to encourage you to live a theoretical leadership life. The problem with theories is if you never test them, they always just tend to be true because they've never been disproved. Well, that's a problem, right? Because if you haven't tested it, how do you know it works? I can theorize about anything I want, but the moment it gets tested, we might not find that to be true. So instead, like always, I'm here today to talk to you about the practical that I know works in solving real leadership problems.
Would you like to see?
And today, the topic I want to get stuck into is one of my favorite ones, and that's around decision making. Give me a few moments here. We'll keep it super short and sharp like always. But I want you to hear this because it's really, really important that if you're leading a team, department, or a whole business, the way in which that team, department, or business makes decisions will completely change the trajectory of where you're trying to go. Now, I accept things like market conditions and customer behavior and everything else play a role, of course. But you can really quickly get some things wrong that will ruin your decision making. So when we talk about decision making, there are really a few ways in which you can make decisions in any team. So let's just do it at the team level and use that as the narrative for today. You can make decisions by consensus. This is one I see a lot of leaders strive for. And while it's a noble thing to do, it is a freaking painful thing to do. Well, what's consensus? Everyone agrees on that decision 100% or has 100% vote towards that. That's a problem. When's the last time you made a decision with your team, 20 people, 10 people, however many people, and everyone agreed on that exact decision? It's just virtually impossible. That's a problem. We're going to park that. The next type of decision making is around dictatorship. So you as the leader say, you know what, I don't give a shit about what any of you have to say here. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. And you just need to do it. Cool. That also has a number of challenges. The first and foremost being it's not terribly endearing or empowering to people who are highly skilled and talented and who are paid well if you've done everything right. And you're just telling them, I'll just make that decision. You just sit there and relax and do what I tell you. That's never going to go well. So we don't want that. Now, the third type of decision is what I believe is far more effective, but very rarely talked about, is that you consult with the people who are involved or who are really talented or have the skills. You get their insights into what a good decision could be and what that might require.
Because we're smart.
But in a rapidly changing environment with lots of uncertainty, you still ultimately have to make the decision.
Excuse me.
Well, how's that different than dictating? It's very different. You can tell people, and I use this phrase a lot in coaching, collaboration and checking is not the same as consensus and decision-making authority. So what I want from my team, if they're really skilled, let's say marketers, we're doing marketing on a particular product, I want their insights. Why would I not ask the people who are talented, skilled, amazing experts to give me their insights? What kind of stupidity would that be? I need to gather that up as much as possible. Now, at the end of the day, I have to make the decision because I carry the weight of that decision. Every bit of that decision sits on my shoulders. If it doesn't work well, or the product fails because we didn't market it properly, I carry that weight. And that's really important to be aware of. As a leader, what weight you carry and what delegated decision-making authority you have should inform what decisions you make and which ones you give your team to make. So the unpopular bit about what I'm saying today is to stop trying to get consensus on decisions. The amount of hours, and I literally mean hours, that we've spent coaching leaders on not trying to get consensus. Oh, you know, I've got 9 out of 10 people and I agree with the 9, but Sally, she doesn't like the decision. Just make the decision.
Just do it!
What is the benefit of getting that 10th person to agree? Walk me through that. There isn't one. The reality is, if I make that decision, I know it's right. 9 out of 10 people agree, even though I don't need majority of vote. I think it's the right decision. All the evidence is the right decision. I should just make it. But instead, what I see happen is they go, oh, we can't make that decision yet. Sally's not on side. We gotta wait. Or, oh, Joe's cracking the about this. What if he quits?
Oh, hell no!
So what? If he quits because he didn't get to decide on one thing or a couple of things, he's not a good fit.
Whatever.
That's not good values. That's basically, I spit the dummy because I'm not happy. So what I want you to remember in this video is do not seek consensus on decision making. It will kill you.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
It will literally drain all of your leadership time and energy running around trying to convince everyone to get on the same page. Instead, collaborate, gather insights, do everything you can to vacuum up that knowledge and make sure you are really doing the right thing. Look for contrarian points of view, look at things that you might not have considered that others will have expertise in, and then make the decision.
Right.
And then communicate that you've made the decision, make sure people are aware why you made that decision. But that stops there. If someone then shows negative behaviors, then you deal with that one-on-one. But that's it. Stop chasing consensus. So some tactics you can employ, quick ones to take away from today is, if you are meeting multiple times to make a decision, chances are you're chasing consensus. So check, have I met on this? Yes, I have. We're meeting again and again and again. Why? Oh, because there's 2 people who haven't agreed. Joe and Joseph are not on the right page. Let's meet again. Let's call everyone. You know what's happening to the rest of the team? They're going, what the hell, man? Like we discussed this. Why do we keep meeting? So we want to squash that. Second, I want you to stop and go, what information am I missing as a leader that I feel like anyone here can give me that I haven't already received? Is there something that you can't actually get that you're trying to get? Or are you just afraid of making the decision? It's okay to be afraid. We've got great tools in our community, particularly the ones around punching fear in the face and how to overcome your own fears and limiting beliefs. That's fine, we can deal with that, but you need to be aware that that's what's happening. If instead you're continuing to consult everyone, hoping everyone will give you a unanimous decision for you to walk away with, that's a problem. Don't do that. Instead, address the fear. And then the last tactic is to really look at what's the best possible outcome I could reach, regardless of all the noise that's going on here, regardless of what people are saying. What do I truly believe is the best outcome for the team, the department, the business, and why am I not making that decision? So this is, again, quick, short, sharp, Unpopular Leadership series segment. And what we're trying to do every episode is to just show you what it looks like to tackle some of the unpopular issues that actually really move leaders pretty far along. I hope you've enjoyed this and found some humor in it. If you did, click the subscribe button down at the bottom so you can stay tuned for more of this series, as well as our CEO Reviews and Provides Advice Reddit series. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Keep kicking ass.